When warming up for the following session, which is an upper push dominant session, basically your chest, anterior deltoid, triceps, it doesn't mean that we neglect our back and biceps. What it means is the session has more push dominated exercises as opposed to pull. As you can see, bench press, 45-degree dumbbell press, 65-degree Arnie press, cable, rope overhead tricep extension. Okay, so there's 4 exercises as opposed to wide seated row, lat pull down, and then the rope cable bicep curl, which is only 3 exercises. Now when warming up, as you can see, A1, the bench press pyramid, is on its own. So we're not going to do any cardio, we're not going to do any back or any legs, we're simply going to do the bench press. Now as you can see, it's a pyramid, 8 to 10 reps, 6 to 8, 4 to 6, and vice versa. And we're starting at 50 kilogram. So when we warm up, we're not really going to do any more than 10 reps because it's out of our rep range. But our first set is 8 reps, so we're going to keep it specific and do 8 repetitions warming up. If we're starting off at 50 kilogram, personally, I would start off at the bar for 8 reps. 30 kilogram, 40 kilogram, both for 8 reps, which should be comfortable, which will hit our first set then at 8 to 10 reps at 50 kilogram. As we progress on to B1 and B2, which is a superset, 2 exercises back to back, as you can see, it's a wide seated row, a back exercise, and a 45-degree bench dumbbell press, which is a push exercise. We've already done a push exercise, so the intensity doesn't have to be too high for the 45-degree dumbbell bench press. Whereas for the wide seated row, we haven't warmed up the back yet, so we need to make sure that we build it up, incrementally increasing the load to make sure we're warming up the back. As you can see, both have 4 sets. The row is 6 to 8 reps, the press is 8 to 10 reps. So for the row, we won't go over 8 reps, nor should we go under 6. Whereas for the bench press, we won't go over 10 reps or under 8 reps. We're starting at 45 kilogram for the wide row. So as we warm up, we'll probably start off at 15 for 6 to 8 reps, 25, 35, then hitting our first set around about 45 kilogram. Whilst in sync with warming up the dumbbell press, maybe at 7.5 kilogram for the first, 12.5 kilogram for the second, and then hitting our 15 kilogram for our first set. Again, we're increasing the load incrementally, quite evenly spaced, so we're not jumping up 10 kilogram and we're struggling, because remember, we don't want to burn the muscles out. We just want to build ourselves up, getting comfortable with the technique and the load. As we progress onto C1 and C2, another superset, it's a lat pull down, a pulling exercise, and a 65-degree bench Arnie press, which is a push exercise. We're already warmed up on the back, we're already warmed up on the chest. Again, the intensity doesn't need to be too high. 3 sets of 8 to 10 in both exercises, starting off at 50 kilogram the lat pull down and 10 kilogram on the Arnie press. We really need about 2 warm-up sets, again focusing on the technique and just warming up in that specific exercise. The lat pull down, we'll do 25 kilogram for the first set, then up to 37.5, then our first set around about 50 kilogram. Again, incrementally increasing the load. Whereas with the Arnie press, we're looking at 10 kilogram for our first set, so we'll start off at 6, 8, and 10. We won't do more than 10 reps, we won't do less than 8 reps, sticking to our rep range. And then as we progress on to the last superset, D1 and D2, rope overhead extension and a rope bicep curl, which are biceps and tricep exercises, which have been secondary muscles throughout the whole of the session. We don't need an intense warm-up whatsoever, but if anything, we just want to practice the exercise before going to our first proper set. As you can see, 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps. The overhead tricep extension, 20 kilogram. So maybe do a warm-up set at 15 and then progress on to the first set at 20. And with the bicep curl, doing our first set at 15 kilogram. So we'll go a little bit lighter at 10 kilogram. Again, just doing 12 to 15 reps, get yourself comfortable before hitting our first set at 15 kilogram. That, in my opinion, would be the easiest way to warm up efficiently for this type of session.